Hard landing in windy and snowy conditions. Passengers say the plane flipped on its side and turned upside down as a large fireball erupted outside the aircraft. At least one of the wings was shorn off. Everyone on board made it out safely. One passenger who recorded the evacuation described the ordeal.
We didn't really know anything was the matter, or at least I didn't, until the second we hit the ground. There was no real indication of anything, and then we hit the ground and we were sideways, and then we were upside down, hanging like that.
It's crazy. More now from CNN aviation correspondent Pete Muntean.
This crash so easily could have been much worse. Remember, it wasn't even 3 weeks ago that we were talking about the crash over the Potomac River in Washington, D.C., where all 67 people were killed. Now, all 80 people have escaped with their lives from a Delta Airlines flight 4819 on its way from Minneapolis to Toronto Pearson International Airport. Landed around 2:13 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday, when apparently the plane on landing crashed, cartwheeled onto its back. Passengers in a dark and on fire passenger cabin had to evacuate through one of the doors on the right side. Also, one of the emergency overwing exits now turned into an underwing exit if the right wing was still there. Investigators very much have their work cut out for them. They always look at the airplane, the environment, and the pilots. The airplane, not all that abnormal, a CRJ 900, completely full, configured with 76 seats and 4 crew on board. But the weather and the environment may be the most abnormal part of this incident. The wind at the time of the crash was howling, gusting from 27 to 35 knots, about 40 miles per hour, at a right crosswind as this plane came into land on Toronto Pearson's runway 23. The other big question for investigators was the runway surface contaminated, meaning was it slick with ice or was it dry? Investigators really have their work cut out for them now, and Transport Canada's Transportation Safety Board will look at this, along with the Federal Aviation Administration in the United States and the National Transportation Safety Board, since this flight did originate from Minneapolis in the U.S.